Hey, everybody. Welcome to Prep Talk Live, episode 26. We are actually on time, which is why I think we're getting some weird audio feedback because it was too good to be true. It was too good to be true that we could be on. But we're actually here on time, we got all of the people are in the audience. We've got chat happening. We've got all of our friends. The usual suspects are filing in. Welcome back. It's been a couple of weeks. I'm Casey with Cascadia Dispatch. With me, as always, is Tup the Urban Prepper. What is up, Tup? How are you? How is your week? It's been a couple weeks.
It's been a little break, but it was a nice little break. But yeah, no, it's been good. The opening jam still gets me smiling because it's so.
Opening jam is amazing. And welcome to all of our new viewers on Twitter. I don't know if you know this, but you can go live on Twitter now.
Yeah,
so we are live on Twitter. We are co-broadcasting on TikTok. It's kind of a hacked together TikTok live stream.
I don't know doing that. Twitter is it Periscope or is that too old school for the Twitter?
I believe that is the old version of it.
Got it. Okay.
I on a whim was just Googled, can you live stream on Twitter? And it was already in the restream and everything. And so you hit the button and so my dozens of followers on Twitter are going to be loving this. I've no idea what's going to happen, but I figured to anyone who's new on Twitter, welcome to the party.
That's great.
We're here every Wednesday. Try like, subscribe, share, follow, retweet, do all of the things. I think we have a very I would say less structured show today, which is amazing.
We're always super structured.
We are down to
the minute. Yeah,
exactly.
Certain commercial breaks.
We got to maximize our satellite time. We can't do anything else. So we have a couple of ideas we're going to chat about. We're trying a little bit of a slightly different format nowadays. We used to kind of have these segments, and now we just kind of jump into the topics and see what happens, and we roll with it. So I'm just looking through. I see Prepper Penguin is here. I see that Chuck Howard is here.
Pony Girl's here, so I think we can. It's go time then. So
yeah, exactly.
How was your 4th of July?
4th of July was excellent. It was we had a barbecue with some friends. We did some sparklers. So we didn't set anything on fire. That was really our goal. I saw you. Now, my question is, because I'm going to ask you how yours was, but I think anyone who's subscribed to you on Instagram, Facebook, or knows you, saw what you posted. Now, it looks very similar to what you have posted previously. Was that the same picture that you recycled, or do you wear that same outfit every year?
I do a variation of the outfit every year. I have a bunch of wigs and mullets always on hand. Do I have one nearby?
Wigs and mullets, you say?
Yeah. So like this past year, I did the mullet with the American flag beanie on it. But no, we just like having fun. And we have a barbecue, and all the neighbors come over, and then they all put mullets on, and so we kind of have a mullet party, I guess. I don't know why.
It's a whole thing. I was gonna try and actually pull that up real fast if I could get to it.
So we did we do a barbecue, and all the neighbors are invited, and friends and stuff. Yeah, and so I don't know. I just bring all the mullets out, and the fanny packs, they come out too, and we just have some fun and hang out, and we take some fun photos with all the neighbors and stuff too. I could probably get a couple out on my phone, but yeah, it's good times for sure.
Yeah, here, you know what? We're gonna do this real fast for anyone who is unaware. Here is the Urban Prepper.
A new avatar.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't log in because it didn't like me. But yeah, I mean, we got the Hulk Hogan right here, and then we've got with the flag by the barbecue. I mean, that's like all you're missing is the apple pie, I think. Is all we're missing there.
Yeah, we had I don't know, I can share some with the I don't know if I can share it on the I'm not on big screen right now, but
oh, hold on. I will here. Let me just stop sharing here. There we go. Okay.
Yeah, so like there's some neighbors, and I don't know if you can see that or if they want me sharing that, but we just take some photos, and they're all wearing wigs and mullets and stuff too. So Yeah, it's good times. The one of me over the Hulk Hogan one, we went on a ferry and went over to the across the Puget Sound over to Vashon Island, and my wife's aunt has a houseboat, and so we watched a fireworks show on, like right where the barge is that shoots all the fireworks off, and
Uh-huh.
it was awesome. So that was good times. But and I went as dressed up like that, so I got a lot of good looks. But most people, they just want to take photos with you. So
Well, I mean, whether you're in Costco, you're at Home Depot, you're just at a children's birthday party, people want to take pictures with the Urban Prepper on America's birthday in full regalia. I would
yeah,
imagine there's a small line. I
yeah,
would imagine you might charge for headshots or signatures. You
yeah.
should.
I could maybe I could go off camera, put on my outfit for this live stream if you want, but or it
You
might
know
be
what?
too distracting.
You know what we should do is for the next live stream, you should
Go
just come
mullets.
prepared.
Okay.
Just wear it for the next one, and I feel like that'll be. I feel like that
Yeah,
should be fantastic.
yeah. I appeared on Sutton's Days live stream a while back as Macho Man Randy Savage, so I think we could do it for this. So.
If he was alive, I would 100% pay for a cameo to put into our enter.
That'd be pretty
you.
awesome.
Yeah, exactly. I would do that. We've
But yeah, we
got
got to use some cool preps over the holidays, and then going on the houseboat, it made me think, man, this would be kind of a cool bug out boat. Like how
the
would you do it?
houseboat thing.
Yeah, it was just because you're mobile, it's harder to get to. I think for unless the pirates are out or something. But I don't know. Every time I go out somewhere, I'm like you're always thinking pre-prepping's on the mind, and this might be kind of cool. Prepping.
All
But
right, so that's a fantastic. I think that is a fantastic lead in to the vague topic that we have
yeah,
today. Which I was gonna say was lessons learned, but I like this better. Preps you did over the holiday weekend and
yeah,
got to try out. It looks
yeah,
like Chuck has some. I see some there. My kind of show and tell for today is preps that I wish we would have brought with us this weekend. So yeah, so let's start with what did you? So the houseboat. Was it like the pontoon houseboat? Was it like an actual houseboat?
It's a houseboat. There's like three levels on it. The main level, there's the deck area, and there's like
Mhm.
the sleeping quarters. It's an older one, but it's nice. And then they drag a couple boats behind them, and so they have the little pontoon boat and another one. And I don't know, it was just a lot of fun. And there was all sorts of people out over on the lake there. But it made me kind of think of like the uncle was doing some crab fishing, and so he knocked over the crab pot and accidentally in the water. So then used this big magnet anchor to get stuff. I thought that was. I'm like, man, I don't have a magnet anchor. What do I need? Do I need to prep for that?
Well, you need to attach it to your hydrant wrench, so in case there's
Yeah,
a hydrant you can't get to,
yeah,
you need to be prepared. Or if there's like a sinkhole next to the fire hydrant, you might
but
need to retrieve such a thing.
yeah, I thought it was pretty clever. But yeah, the prep that I used again. I mean, we've talked about it for a couple episodes now, but we went to an event, a fireworks show, and there's a lot of people there, and the kids like going all over the place. So again, going back to the air tags, got to leverage
Yep.
the air tags with a couple new attachments for. They have like this little watch bands basically, and so on my daughter, we were able to put the air tag on her. She loves it because she got the pink one. But
Yeah,
I got an extra one because preppers, one is none,
of
two is
course.
one, three is for me. I also got this other one here where you could it's a pin, so you could like pin it in their clothes or whatever, so it's a little bit more discreet then. But yeah, we used that and she also had a band with like her name and stuff and contact. Like, if it was cool being able to like know exactly where she was, even though she didn't go far from us, but
Yeah.
it came in pretty handy. So I thought some of the accessories for the air tags are new things that I got to try out and worked well for us.
That is fantastic. I love that. We are about to go camping here in about a month or two. Not a month or two, like a month and a half. And we usually let the kids go race around on their bikes and do all that sort of stuff. So having the AirTag thing, I love that idea. When they go to school, they have their phones, if they're allowed in various classes or whatever, that we can use for like a Find My iPhone sort of a thing. We were trying to do like the watches, but the school outlawed the watches too. I like
Yeah.
I sometimes have to. I'm glad that my wife does a lot of the discussion around some of this stuff because I'm like, I understand that there are kids in the school that maybe are using things inappropriately, but my kids
Yeah.
aren't, and I wanted them to be safe to have them. But that's a whole nother topic. So the
Yeah.
AirTags, I think, would be
Well, and
going to be
they're
a great substitute for that.
yeah, and they're not terribly expensive for especially if you get a
Yeah,
multi-pack. And so yeah, I think this year for school even though we technically are Android users, but we have the AirTags because someone has an iPhone that's nearby, and as long as it detects from
exactly.
nearby, it updates. So I think we're going to have our son have one for. I'm going full Big Brother, but it gives me
Yeah,
peace of mind. So
yeah, 100%,
yeah,
100%. I'm like, there's too many stories you hear, even when they're older.
yeah,
Like when they're at college or whatever. It's like, look, I still want you to share your location with me because I'm not going to check it all the time. But if something awful happens and we need to know, like, I want to know where you are or that sort of thing. I'm not going to call you because you're at somebody else's house when you're not supposed to. That's a thing we'll talk about at a different time. But I want to know. We want to know where you are and you're safe.
yeah,
So yeah, I think I love the AirTag idea, and I have a couple of extra from the multi packs that I bought.
yeah.
So putting them on the children, I think, will be a fantastic.
Yeah, I have some. Yeah, so I'm putting them all over the place. So uh,
I love Apple. If you'd like to sponsor the Tough the
yeah.
Urban Prepper,
Well, it's
yeah,
kind of conflicting because I think a lot of preppers we want to be off grid, like we don't want to be part of the grid. But these, I feel like Batman almost. Like if Batman would throw an air tag on a on a bad guy
yeah,
but you can't do that. You have to agree to. You have to sign. Hey,
yeah,
this is
exactly. Consent.
I was just joking. YouTube
Yeah.
algorithms.
I also don't like I know that there is a lot of angst in the larger prepper community. I'm going to say prepper versus preparedness because I think in the preparedness community maybe not as much as the
Well,
prepper community.
when you go
But
full prepper.
yeah,
So,
exactly. Around
yeah,
like the technology and the spying and the
yeah,
digital things and all that stuff. And I still have not made the mental leap yet to like that I would not use an app that would be beneficial because some app developer might be taking my like I don't know what information they would be taking. If I'm not giving them a credit card number, if I'm not giving a social security number, if I'm not giving them a password or something, I don't know what information they would be taking that I would feel so like restricted about that I wouldn't want to then use the app. Like things like an AirTag or something where it's like this could be really useful and beneficial, but I don't know. Like there are some people that are adamant, like they're not going to use the AirTag. They're not going to
yeah,
use TikTok. They're not even going to have the app for TikTok, like
yeah.
because they think that their data. I'm like, I don't know what data people think is going to be taken. And I wish I knew more of what that was because I feel like I'm missing something.
Yeah, I think that the data part of them, the general tracking. I don't think preppers like to be tracked, and like we have our
Yeah.
phones, and I try to do I have this is my TikTok phone that has
Yeah,
nothing on it except for TikTok. So
exactly.
I try to be as careful as I can, and I have a lot of different yeah, a lot of different options and stuff for social media because I'm trying to be pretty mindful for that too. But yeah, anyway, that's what. So we used that over on the 4th of July weekend, and it was it gave me peace of mind. And sometimes that's just like Tony Montana says, it helps me sleep at night, and that's all. That's what's important. So
Yeah, that is
yeah,
fantastic. I love that. And let's see. Prepper Penguin says, "Be aware AirTag's recent
yeah, I saw
updates
that.
allow people to know if an AirTag is in the area, if they're around it for an extended period. It means that you have an AirTag in a crowded area." So
I don't mind if they know that someone has an air tag somewhere there.
yeah, and my understanding is that it appears only when that person has gotten to their home location. So if you are just out, it's not going to pop up every AirTag that's near you
They're all over the
because
place. Yeah,
they're all everywhere. That it's only if, for example, if somebody put an AirTag in your backpack or something, and then you got to where your iPhone says is your home location,
yeah,
that then it would say there's an unexpected AirTag here, and then you would call the police, obviously, because someone has tried to track you. But I think for things like the cars, when you were talking about it, so of course I went out and I put them in our cars.
yeah.
That if somebody were to take them, it wouldn't alert them that there is an AirTag following them until they got to whatever their home location was, which at that point I would know that they had been separated and something was on and be able to hopefully, call the police or authorities and start tracking the car.
Yeah, I think in general, like I don't know if it's. I think Prepper Penguin said the same thing about not just the homeless. I heard that if you had it on you and you're walking, that it'll hey you're. I don't recognize this one. It seems to be following you, so don't basically don't go home if you get detected on that. But if you don't have an Apple, an iPhone or something, you would never know. And I've been testing the Android app that they have. It's called. I'll get it up really quick, but it doesn't work that well. So
yeah. I'll have to test it too, because all of our AirTags are tied to my phone.
Tracker Detect is what it's called. And as you can see, and I have an AirTag right here. All right, Tracker Detect, it's your moment. Here.
Yeah.
It's right here. As you can see, it doesn't work well. So.
Yeah. And my wife's phone doesn't get the alerts for the AirTags, because if we're driving and there's the AirTag in a car, and she has her phone, it'll show up on my phone that we've left the car because we parked it, but it won't show on her phone that we've left or that we're back or that it's there or anything. Yep. So I think it's something to continue to test, but I haven't found it in my test that it ends up that way. So my kind of show and tell thing, two of these things, because we went to a friend's house for a barbecue and had a lovely barbecue. It was fantastic. The food was great. The atmosphere was wonderful. The beverages were adult and fabulous.
Good.
The mosquitoes were relentless.
They were not patriotic.
No, they were not. They were not. And they finally brought out some citronella candles, which I think maybe started to make them think twice about it. But I prefer some slightly more direct and aggressive approaches when it comes to yellow jackets and mosquitoes. Spiders also, but that's a different story. So the first thing is I got these little USB bug zappers from they have them at Costco. They're a 3-pack because the best things are at Costco usually. We got them for camping. They actually will like pop up, and I think there's a little hook even. I think if you pull this out, so you could actually like hang that in
very similar to a lantern. Yeah.
Exactly. And it's got a USB light bulb. And you can even you can charge it with like a USB-C or USB. So it's really easy to charge, but then you can turn it on and the inside becomes a bug zapper.
That's awesome. I've never seen that.
Fantastic.
Where's the link? Where's the link?
You know what? So one of the things I'm going to have my son do this summer, because I'm putting him to work more than just building Legos for me. I'm going to have him make a list of all of the prepper gear that I have and the links. So when we do these sorts of things, it's very easy to just drop links in places. So these are very cool. Those are at Costco. The other thing that I've got that they don't have at Costco, they have a version of it at Costco, but this is really fun, is it's a thermocell. But normally the thermocells are like canisters. This is one, and you can put a belt clip on it, and you can attach it to your backpack. You can attach it to your belt loop. So if you're out camping, you just attach it to yourself. It uses the same cartridges for fuel and for the scent repellent that all of the thermocells use. So it's consistent. You don't have to buy anything special for it. It lasts the same amount of time. It goes the same amount of distance, but it's just a more compact and portable. So you can still just put this on a table and it would work exactly the same as the canisters. And we have the canisters because they look prettier when we have people over. But yeah, so these, I wish we would have had these with us when we were out at the barbecue, because I have 7 or 8 or 12 mosquito bites right now that are driving me nuts.
That's awesome. I was looking at my phone because I'm like, man, I got to get one of those mosquito things here. We had some friends go camping this weekend, and then they came over and they borrowed some of my prepping gear. And I'm like, oh, take the Jackery battery, take this. It would have been cool to say, hey, take this mosquito USB charged mosquito zapper. We have the one paddle thing that's the electric paddle work, but you have to do all the work yourself. But it's a lot of fun. So.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. There's a lot of action in with the paddle thing.
Yeah, it's
100%. Yes. I
I
prefer
love.
the laid back. If we've learned nothing
Yeah,
from this podcast, I like the laid back.
yeah.
Let's let the machines do it for me. Why would I go get involved?
That's
Um,
a really great idea. Like whoever designed that, I don't know if there's other companies that have them. That's an awesome idea for like a USB, like a dual purpose USB rechargeable
Yeah,
camping
and
thing.
it lasts for a pretty decent amount of time. I don't know the exact length. I'll look that up and maybe I'll do an Instagram or something post about it. But they're very cool and they go for a pretty decent amount of time.
Have you ever heard of like I was at again at the houseboat, like the my wife's aunt had, she was spraying her dog, and I'm like, what are you spraying? It smells like a wood fence, and she sprayed it with cedar to help with the bugs, like liquid
Oh,
cedar, and because it's natural. And I was like, oh man, I wonder if I need to add some liquid cedar spray to my preps. Maybe other people know, but I thought it might work for mosquitoes too. I guess bugs
just
don't like it.
line your houseboat with cedar, like a gigantic
Yeah.
cedar chest.
Yeah, the bugs love me. Every time I go out, they just have a field day with me. So maybe I could just spray myself in cedar and I'd be okay. So,
Yeah,
I
no,
would,
that would be fantastic. Apparently, apartment prepper does not have to ever worry about mosquitoes.
yeah,
Um,
it's weird. They're picky. They like certain people over others. So
yeah,
apartment prepper doesn't have tasty blood, but for,
apparently,
there's
apparently.
what years back I was researching for camping, and because and I there's a certain Victoria's Secret perfume that you could put on, or a lotion, one of the two. I forget what it was.
Okay, hold on.
That
Wait, yeah, no, continue. Please tell us about the Victoria's Secret
yes,
lotion that you've discovered.
you can look it up on but
Uh-huh.
basically I guess in Louisiana, like Cajun country in the swamps and stuff, they swear by this particular Victoria's Secret lotion perfume. I forget I'll look it up as we're going, but that the bugs just hate it. And I tried it out for a camping trip. It worked pretty well, but my wife could not stand me smelling so much like like Victoria's Secret
I figured it was just a lotion
lotion.
that you enjoyed that you were trying to talk your wife into wearing.
No, it was super feminine
Yeah.
lotion. Not my normal. But normally I smell like
Hey,
like nasty.
look, I'm not judging. I'm not
Okay,
judging. Whatever you want to
but
wear.
it does work, and the Cajuns swore by it. The Cajun people like on the
Yeah.
swamp boats and stuff like
Cliff
that. Alligator.
Cliff
I'm gonna
only
find it
wears
as we're talking.
Cup Musk. That's what we need.
I actually worked on. It's like a video that never released video. Like maybe someday when I retire, where I'll be like Tupac, where I release all these videos that have never aired. But I did a whole video on this Victoria's Secret, and I just couldn't air it because I didn't want to.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So now
I'll
I've
search
heard
as we're talking.
that Skin So Soft, Avon's Skin So Soft is very helpful for deterring bees.
Hmm.
And we have done that because our house backs up to a wetlands and there are some yellow jacket nests and things back there. And so I have battled with them for years with my perimeter of death, as I fondly refer to it, which is I take the yellow jacket traps, which I think you're supposed to put like one at your house. I put one on every fence post. So I have probably 6 of them that back up so that as they come across and over the fence, they have to kind of go through the gauntlet of the traps. And over the years, we have seen that kind of calm down a little bit. But the Skin So Soft, we put that on our tables and in the yard and everything, and it makes a huge difference. So Victoria Tupp,
Oh,
if
sorry. Yeah, Victoria Temple. That's funny.
if his shirt was more of like a satin, like a silk, like I feel like we're already there. I feel like with the magenta and the whole thing, like that's the vibe we're going for.
Yeah, I put a link to one of the sites. There's a few different from what I remember during my research during that video, which was probably 8 years ago. There's a couple ones that were the best, but I didn't think the preppers would be. They didn't want to do it, but
Yeah, peppermint oil. That's a fantastic one. I've heard about that
bombshell,
one.
secret bombshell perfume. If you're,
Secret bomb. Now, is it bombshell or is it
I thought
secret
it was
bombshell?
something. No, let's see. I'm looking for the name of it right.
Um,
Yeah. Anyway, so I don't know why
yeah,
I'm thinking of that, but
No, that's part of our gardening. Our gardening is a disaster this year. Our garden, half of it worked and half of it didn't. And so last weekend I was going around and trying to find vegetable starts to replace the things that didn't work, so we could at least grow those things. Because the seeds and the little seedlings didn't work.
Yeah.
And so we have a bunch of herbs now that we've planted, just actually in the ground with the intent that they will kind of take over. So we got oregano, we got lavender, I got rosemary, we got thyme, we got mint, we got all
Wow.
kinds of stuff everywhere. We actually saw it at a winery. I don't know, when you come down to Portland, we'll go to maybe a winery or two while you're here if you want to. But there are
That'd
a
be
couple
fun.
of them. There are a couple of them that have like these herb landscapes, and it was fantastic.
That's awesome. Yeah, we're going to be coming down there. We normally go around Portland and we go the Mount Hood route up to Mount Hood because we go to there's a little place called the Huckleberry Inn where we go and get some
Oh yeah.
pancakes and
Mm-hmm.
stuff. I don't know if you've been there, and then we go
Yep.
that back road because it's a nicer drive than I-5. But yeah, I'll have my people contact your people. We'll
Yeah,
get that
exactly.
coordination going. So
Yeah, well,
there's
get
some
all the
funny
right.
comments in the chat room. I keep
There's
looking.
fantastic ones.
Chuck,
First off,
you know it's bougie prepping when the main topic is lotion.
look, even if it's the apocalypse, you don't want to have rough hands. Like you want to be
Well,
smooth and soft. Like that's just a thing.
well, like when you watch these shows with these survivalists, like Naked and Afraid, the thing that gets them, it's not like the elements and not the heat, not the rain, it's bugs. And like
Mhm.
so yeah, we got to talk. Bougie Preps includes Victoria's Secret lotion.
Yeah, exactly. And he was Pony Girl. He was really getting into that description. He was having some flashback moments.
Yeah.
I don't know that he has the Victoria's Secret lotion, but I think somewhere there's some lotion.
I think maybe I should release that video and I'll look a lot younger and everything. So
it puts the lotion on its skin.
It puts the lotion on skin. Gets the preps again.
There were a couple of other people that I saw in the preps in the chat that had talked about other preps that they had gotten to use over the holiday weekend. Pony Girl was talking about her neighbors had big fireworks over the weekend.
Yeah.
It's always good when your neighbors do it and then you don't have to like spend the money on it. Like that's always fantastic.
Hopefully no one had to use their fire extinguishers and stuff. We had ours ready to go. So
yeah, all 9 of them.
Do you normally like? I think what we try to do is we I saw ATF's comment. We try to water the lawn and stuff before like we go out for that's like a 4th of July prep to do like
Yeah. We usually run the sprinklers.
Yes, run the sprinklers.
Yeah. My wife had a thing. Part of her house when she was growing up was inadvertently set on fire. And they caught it early and it was minimal damage. But when it comes to smelling of smoke and fire and some of that sort of stuff, that's always been a huge thing for her. So we always water down all the plants, water down everything else.
Yeah.
We look judgingly at the neighbors down the street when they decide that they're going to launch the huge, gigantic, what are illegal fireworks in the in Oregon, specifically the Portland metro area. The ones that go up super high and land on your roof. Yeah, like all of those. Yeah, we do our part in that piece. Lots of judgment.
Yeah, I think it's like for people preppers that have their EDC and have a lighter as part of their EDC. It's like it's our moment to shine because sometimes do you have a lighter? And of course I have a lighter. I'm a prepper, so that's
exactly. How many different types of lighters do you want to have?
Yeah, so I don't EDC like one of the long lighters, but just having the big lighter usually saves the day. But I used to just have like the matches in an Altoids kit, and then it was at a birthday party and no one had a lighter for the candles, and then I'm like, oh, I got it in my Altoids kit, and I just ruined both like the matches that they just blew out, and I'm like, crap. And then they're like, people were heckling, what kind of prepper are you? You don't even have a lighter. And so I'm like, okay, I gotta carry a big lighter now. So
now you carry a flamethrower. I'm just curious.
But it's like you guys don't have one. Why are you getting on me? At least I got some matches.
Yeah, leave them alone. People. If you were to carry one of those longer,
Yeah.
like the little flamethrower things,
Yeah.
as an EDC, what do you think that would do to the prepper bulge?
I gotta keep this G-rated. Let me think.
Oh, we have the best show ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about
all my jokes.
Chuck.
I'll say it offline after.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
We'll text about it. It'll be good. So Chuck said that he got to use
Nice.
his generator because they had no power in Chicago, which is not good that you didn't have power in Chicago, but great that you had the generator. What type of generator do you have? Is it like a small gas generator? Did you go solar panels?
I think preppers are the only people that look forward to power outages. I think.
Yeah, exactly. And would ask the question, so what type of generator was it? Not like, hey, cool, you had a generator like most people, but like, all right, we all have generator. Like, what kind of generator was it? Like, did you get to do solar and all kinds of things? Did you do like the gas thing and it cost you $84 for your power outage?
Yeah.
Or
I see Prepping Penguin. So you forgot to put Prepping Penguin in timeout, it looks like, because that's usually our weekly thing that we do. So,
well, I mean, I feel like he would. Yeah. I feel like Prepping Penguin would know where the timeout corner is at this point. I mean, he
just go there. Prepping Penguin just go there automatically.
Yeah, exactly. No. Prepping Penguin never goes into the. It
might have been I think a slip of the button, maybe. Actually, I don't even know how to do it. So
I don't have a button to put a timer. Like, I feel like we should tell people that we do, so that like
we should. Oh yeah,
people don't get rowdy. But like, I don't have a button to do that with.
It must have been the Pony AI. Girl. I think the AI got him.
Yeah, so. Pony Girl is our mod, and so she puts people in timeout. So A, take it up with her, and then B, leave her alone because she's trying to be nice and help us out. Yeah. So let's see. Chuck said it's the runner is sub pump, fridge, microwave. Oh, very cool. That's a pretty substantial.
The fridge is a tough one. Like staying for that long, yeah.
Let's see. Chuck said no air conditioning, however, which is a problem. That is a bummer, especially during the summer.
Those are a lot of power just in general. So yeah, that's.
Yeah. Prepping Penguin said Gerber Dime is a good EDC, but Leatherman is good for the bug out bag. I have not seen the Gerber Dime. I feel like I should be aware of that. Is it a small one, Prepper Penguin, or is it just a different configuration of a full-size Leatherman? Because I have a full-size Leatherman for bug out bag, car, everything else. I have a tiny Leatherman that I keep on my keychain as my EDC.
I think for one of the tricks I learned because we've had a few heat waves is if you have a dehumidifier, like one of those big boxes, and you have a basement, like if you're not able to run the power of the air conditioner, if you don't have an air conditioner, you could use a dehumidifier, and it brings the temperature down a little bit. I don't know how, but all the science is, but we've done that, and it makes the basement nice and cool for us.
Yeah, Chuck does not have a multi-tool.
Whoa.
He has a generator, but no multi-tool.
No multi-tool.
You know what? The Prepping Council might have to take a vote on this. I don't know, Chuck. If
put Chuck in timeout for.
Do you have a flashlight, Chuck? What?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like you went big and missed a step. Like that was like you went way over the top.
EDC first, then the other stuff, and then generator. But
exactly, multi-tool. I use my multi-tool. Not all the time because I don't carry it with. I carry one of my keychain. I use all the time because it's got scissors. It's got a little knife. It's got little screwdriver thing. I use that all the time. And then the bigger multi-tools I don't use as often, but I have used them or had instance to use them, especially like the one in my car when we go camping, like all kinds of different things. I also just have them sprinkled around. So sometimes I don't want to go and get the tool that I would use. I just reach for whatever multi-tool happens to be in that room. And I'm like, oh yeah, this one has the stuff that I need. There you go.
Yeah, that's another t-shirt, just like the multi-tool. I have them sprinkled around.
Yeah, exactly.
I've never heard sprinkled and multi-tools.
Sprinkled. It's us bougie preppers. We sprinkle.
Bougie preps, yeah. We sprinkle multi-tools.
We sprinkle it with our Victoria's Secret lotion.
I saw that Titus Tuttle retired from the Marines today. That's all.
What?
Yeah,
Congratulations to
Yeah.
Titus Tuttle. That is, first off, thank you for your service. Second, how long were you in? And third, now that you're retired, what are you going to do? I feel like that's a bombshell that you dropped on us.
Yeah.
Like Tups lotion. But like I feel like there are follow-up questions that we need to know now. We need to understand what's happening. Talk Radio has 2 Gerbers. Chuck has a Swiss Army knife. Okay, Swiss Army knife is a multi-tool.
It is a multi-tool. Yeah. For me, it either has to have scissors or pliers as like one of its main functions to it. But yeah.
Yeah, I think the difference I think between like a Leatherman and a Gerber and a Swiss Army knife is that the Leatherman they're almost like pliers that they added stuff to.
Yeah.
As opposed to the Swiss Army knife, which was the knife that they added.
That's true.
To.
Yeah. I like that
I've
way of looking at it.
I'm very smart.
It's like like
hashtag
Venn diagrams of like Swiss Army knife and Leatherman.
Yeah. Hashtag humble. That's what I did. Yeah. By the way, that shirt is coming. Hashtag humble.
Hashtag humble.
That is coming.
Okay.
It has been designed. It is in the works.
I love the sprinkling of multi-tools. I want that shirt that just shows this with multi-tools.
It's like Salt Bay, but with Leatherman and Gerber just sprinkling all over. Yeah.
I don't know why that's so funny to me, but again, things I've never thought about until right now. So
there are other ways that I can think about this. Again, I will text you later.
Okay.
Yeah. There's, here one thing I've been thinking about is like, okay, now that we've got this going and everything else, like, okay, is there like a VIP version of Prep Talk Live or something like that? I feel like that becomes a director's cut. Like if you want to be in the chat in the text message thread after the chat, the unedited director's cut edition, then there you go. We can do that.
Yeah, Pony Girl says we need an after show. Yeah, that's
you can totally do that. Let's see, Titus Tuttle, 20 years. You're not doing anything for 6 months, but that is fantastic. Hang out with your wife and son. Enjoy that. Thank you very much for doing that for us. Very appropriate that you would do it the week of the 4th of July, by the way. I feel like that's very well timed. And congratulations on your well-earned retirement from that. Got lots of people thanking Titus Tuttle because that's a fantastic thing. Pony Girl, apartment forever. I bought 4 because they were on sale. What did you buy 4 of?
I think multi-tools.
Are they multi-tools?
Generators? I don't know.
Yeah, she bought 4 generators and no multi-tools. Yeah, 4 bottles of lotion.
4 bottles of lotion. Yeah.
Pony Girl, we don't necessarily need to know how much lotion. Bernie bought a bunch of wasabi.
Yeah, Bernie entered the building. Yeah.
Bernie entered the building. All right.
Is wasabi a prep? Like, can you have wasabi in your prepping supply? Because rice has a long shelf life. Soy sauce has a very long shelf life, but does wasabi have a long shelf life? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I wonder if it depends on how you store it. Kind of like grains
do like freeze dried.
Like a longer shelf life, but if you grind them, then they are a shorter shelf life. And then if you prepare them, they're even shorter.
We should talk to someone that has one of those $15,000 freeze dryers, like City Prepping or something like that. And hey, could you freeze dry some wasabi for us? We want to see how long it lasts.
Yeah, I'm sure that you can.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But soy sauce is one of the has a super long shelf life. They have dates on it, but from what I hear, it's
it depends on if it's imitation or from the root. Oh. So do you have the real of the wasabi, or do you have the fake?
I didn't even know.
He said he has the powder version, which tells us nothing. Bernie, come on.
Okay.
Come on, help us out, Bernie.
Nice.
Commercially packaged wasabi will last 2 years past its shelf date.
So probably not the best
the internet.
So says the internet.
Yeah, exactly. It's full of people who want you to get food poisoning.
I wish that kimchi had a longer. Kimchi's the longer it gets, it ferments more and more. But it does. I would love to have more kimchi in my preps, but because I love it. But I just don't think the shelf life is as good. It's not prepper friendly for shelf life.
Yeah. I wonder, can you can kimchi, or does that
Yeah, you
defeat
can
the
make your
purpose?
own. Well, you could do your own kimchi. Like it's just like making sauerkraut, which my wife's been doing. We have this big jug of of sauerkraut in the fridge. It's humongous. I'm like, there's no way we could eat all this sauerkraut, but she made her own. But kimchi is basically sauerkraut with like Korean spices in it, right there.
Yeah.
So maybe I should. That'd be a cool prep thing, like just to do cabbage for kimchi for my preps, and see if I could do that. Never,
What we'll do
again,
is
never thought about it.
we'll freeze dry the cabbage that you would
Mm.
then put into sauerkraut, which you could then put into kimchi. It's like 7 layers of food preservation removed.
Mm. Okay, another future video talk. I should write this down.
Exactly. We have like you need one of those like smart art process graphs that you put in like a PowerPoint deck of like
someone's drinking sauerkraut to get a buzz. What's going on here, Matthew?
Wait, what's Matthew? Hold on.
Careful, the sauerkraut will turn alcoholic. Got buzzed on it.
Oh wow,
that'd be a fun party. Like
Matthew,
shots of sauerkraut.
Yeah, exactly. Are you sure it was sauerkraut? Are you sure? Like, where were you and what was happening where old sauerkraut happened and then you drank enough of it to become inebriated? I feel like there's more to this story. Okay, hold on. So this one is interesting to you, Tup. I remember, but I work for a bank. I've done a lot of address changes in the past few days. Guess where they're going? Lithuania. Okay. I'm perplexed.
I don't know. We have to find out more. That's for the after hours.
Yeah, exactly. She says all military, by the way. Very intriguing.
Lithuania.
Wow. I mean, other than the fact that it's on,
I didn't get the memo to go to Lithuania
block, and with everything else that's going on over there, I could see that, but I wouldn't think that they would be changing their addresses. I would think that just they would be going over there.
Well, back on the sauerkraut. My wife's, whenever she feels like she has nausea or feeling sick, she swears on just drinking pickle juice or sauerkraut juice, and so she has a big jar of sauerkraut juice in the fridge specific for when she gets sick. So.
Oh yeah, so Matthew was doing. It looks like the same thing.
Yeah.
He was trying to remedy dehydration, and so he was drinking the salt water.
Yeah.
Little did he know that it had turned into alcohol, and then he became inebriated. So that is, yeah. He says, "Yep, me too. Yep, 100%." Wow. Okay, that's fantastic.
So it looks like we have some tips on more of the international affairs type stuff.
Yes, yeah, exactly. We're getting clarification on that 100%. Let's see.
I want to find out more.
Yeah. Pepper Penguin just bought something. The Swiss. He got a Swiss tool, MXBS, and loved it. So is that like a Swiss Army knife, or is that like a multi-tool? Like, is that the Swiss Army knife version of a multi-tool?
I don't have that one, I don't think.
What do you think?
I have a lot of...
Tell me you've been a prepper on YouTube without telling me you've been a prepper on YouTube. That multi-tool, you know what? I don't think I have that one. I have every other one on the planet.
I have a whole box of like Swiss tools and stuff. Let me see.
Yeah, so it's a multi-tool.
Okay. I'm trying to find it. Okay, I'll look it up later.
Yeah. So one of the things we were gonna talk about was the well, actually, yeah, we have more conversation about the multi-tool. Yeah, I can't believe it. I can't believe that he doesn't have that. And Bernie caught the most important part. He doesn't have that one yet.
I'm gonna look it up if it's good. I want it.
I feel like you're channeling me at this moment
Yeah.
when you're like, I don't have that one yet, but like it doesn't mean that it's gonna. Yeah. Oh, you got air tags? Oh, tell me more about this thing that I need to go order right now on Best Buy. That is fantastic. Favorite Leatherman is the OHT, the one hand tool. Um, I haven't tried that one. Have you tried that one?
I've seen it. I don't own that one yet, but
Yeah.
no, that one. My favorite's the Juice S2
Mhm.
because it's more of a mid-size multi-tool. Yeah, I mean, any Leatherman I think is going to be really good.
Yeah.
The signal's good.
I think
Yeah,
I have the Wingman, I
yeah,
think,
Wingman's good.
and I think I have a Sidekick. Um,
Skeletal, Sidekick, they're all
yeah, I have a couple of those that I keep, like multiples of them that I keep around. But I just got to try. I actually got it. I got one for my son last year because this whole like he wanted to be a Cub Scout, but he only wanted to be a Cub Scout anymore because he wanted the knife that they were going to
yeah.
get that year. And so I was like, no, we're just going to get you a multi tool and save the money. And so we got him a Leatherman, the free edition, to go try, and that really was cool. So I got a free two different sizes that I haven't tried out yet, but those are like
This is pretty
magnetic
cool.
release and
Magnetic,
stuff.
yeah.
So I'm gonna test those out because those are supposed to be one-handed or
Yep.
pretty close to one-handed. My concern is that they're just gonna kind of like open when you don't want them to, like the magnets are not gonna be strong enough.
They're pretty solid. I think I saw them at SHOT Show when I last went there, and I think I might have did a video. But yeah, it was they're pretty cool.
Yeah.
They're,
Pony Girl wants to know if
that's
you're
what
gonna.
show and tell.
Yeah, that sees like reasonable. You know what we
That's
almost should do?
I might have the perfume for the show and tell. We'll see.
You know, we should do like a uh like a show and tell of like multi-tools, like our favorite like multi-tools and like why we picked certain ones.
Yeah.
Could be interesting.
Yeah.
Bernie is wondering about air tanks, which are like air tags, but they're air tanks.
Yeah, I don't know if you could buy air tanks on Amazon yet, but
Yeah. On his list of kart racing. Congratulations to your son who won. That's fantastic. We like to hear that. Winning is great.
yeah,
Especially
Bernie's son
kart.
is like a professional sponsored go-kart racer, and I think Bernie probably is too. It's next level go-kart racing.
That
It's
would
not just
explain
for
why he's
anyone.
always going to races all the time.
Yeah, he's always at
He's
races.
always leaving our streams to go to a race or something. We're like, what are these races and why are they more important than
Yeah, he has one of those jackets like the
our.
NASCAR drivers that have all the sponsorship and everything, like paid for by
He's sponsored by
Coca-Cola.
Leatherman, Swiss Army
Yeah,
knife, and all of the
that's why
things.
he thinks. That's why Bernie talks with all his preppers because he has sponsored by Leatherman, sponsored by
Yeah, exactly.
Olight, and
Not sponsored yet. Maybe you'll have to be sponsored by Prep Talk
sponsored by
Live.
the loved one, and also
Yeah, sponsored by the loved one, and our new lotion.
oh man, I heard that.
Peace. It's our new lotion, Peaceful Prepper. That's
Yeah.
what we have. Just relax and enjoy. Everyone is jumping in on the congratulations for Bernie. That's fantastic. Okay, so we are coming up on I think time. Tup, before we got on, informed me that he has to go mow the lawn and do some things, so his wife does not put him in the proverbial doghouse.
Yeah.
So we want to make sure that gets taken care of. Thanks for joining, everyone.
She's going on a big road trip. She's going on because her father is a motorcycle. He's in like a motorcycle, not a gang, but kind of, but a bunch of old guys going on a motorcycle trip, and she wants to go see Mount Rushmore. So she's taking my son. So she has all the stuff that she wants done before leaving on Friday, and one of them's I need to get the lawn in good shape. But she has this huge laundry list of things that I have to do for, like, she has all these plants and orchids and animals and stuff, and we have snails and fish and all sorts of things. So I'm mastering that list of honeydew stuff too. So.
Yeah, I love that your wife is leaving you to join a biker gang.
Yeah, she's joining a biker gang. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I love that Prepping Penguin wants you to get a robot lawnmower.
Do they make something like what is that? The Roomba cut, but it like for lawn mowing? Do they make that yet?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I don't remember
Okay.
if it's Husqvarna or um if it's Toro, but one of them makes
Yeah.
basically a Roomba lawnmower thing. If we had more lawn, I actually don't know. Like if we had more lawn, it may not work. Like we have a small lawn, that would actually maybe work out really well.
Well, yeah, I'd
Um,
imagine that like you would make the lawn because the Roomba is like it has a weird pattern, but it's doing all these diagonals. I wonder if it'd make your lawn look real crappy because it's like who did that? It's all
yeah,
over the place. But,
well, you can maybe put like a picture like that you want the Roomba to make,
oh, okay,
like
that'd be kind of
there's like
cool.
that table with the sand in it where you can like
Yeah,
it has a ball that rolls around in it and makes little patterns and designs, but you could also put like your own picture and logo and stuff in it.
I added a prep to my lawnmower because I was I like have videos and stuff like I could watch YouTube videos, and so I now I have a cell phone mount on the lawnmower with earphones, and so I could mow the lawn and just
Oh,
watch
that's
videos. So.
fantastic. I thought you were doing it so that you could make videos while you were doing the lawnmower, but watching them,
That's a
you
good
know,
idea too.
same general idea.
Make some TikToks. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Hi, Amy. How are you? Good to see you.
Wait, is Amy fresh? Has she been here the whole time?
No. She's driving right now. She's going to
Oh,
be home soon. She wants us to know that she's here, but she's also
okay.
not
Don't
putting
drive and
herself
stream
or
at the
others
same
in
time.
jeopardy. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not a good idea. Modern day prepper wants a poop joke for the road.
Okay. Did
Which
we not talk about poop this whole time?
look, it sounds like a crappy idea to me. I don't
Okay.
know. Let's see. All of a sudden there was a lot of things.
Yeah.
Bernie wants to talk about radiation fallout in the next episode. Um, do they do it without lead? Is there a good point or some sort of protection against radiation fallout? Do they do it without lead? I don't know. I feel like we need a scientist for that one.
Well, you need I mean, there's a good book on there. Like, the Russians have man, who did that book? There's a manual you can get it for free. It's a PDF. I think I might have it in my PDF library, where they show like nuclear fallout shelter designs and stuff. But mainly, I think if you have like 3 feet of dirt, that's like 3 or 4 feet. That's enough for the fallout.
Yeah.
But you have to have a trench for that. So they have like certain trench designs on what you could do for that. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Titus Tuttle's talking about bullion and monument metals. But I missed the part where they were talking about it. Because there are a couple of different places. I think there are a couple of different places to actually get those things. At least a few places that I know of. I think you and I probably get them from similar spots. So if people are interested in like silver and gold coins and that sort of thing, like we could have like a conversation about that, or we could
Yeah, I do American Precious Metals Exchange is the site I use. I do have like a little monthly thing that comes. APMEX, yeah.
APMEX, yeah. I do a combination of APMEX and JM Bullion, depending on what it is and what the price is that day. Because sometimes one will be cheaper than the other for the same thing.
Yeah. I just have like a monthly thing that goes, and I want to have it in my hand because if it's not in my hand, I don't have it. So
I have learned that, and
we were talking about that with crypto. So.
Yeah, so I have the metal in my hand. I had put my crypto on an exchange because it was making yield, and it was on the Voyager exchange, and so luckily, as things got a little hanky, I pulled a bunch of it off and put it just into dollars, so it's insured while they go through their whole thing. But in the future, all of my crypto will be going onto my Ledger Nano for the future, because that was not ideal.
Yeah, not fun. So.
That was not a good plan. That was a prepper lesson learned.
I pulled mine from Coinbase, but it took some time I was blocked for a while. And this is a while back, but I had a friend of mine call me. He's like, take everything out of Coinbase now. And
APMEX is good. I've got some silver. I've bought some silver and some gold from APMEX. I've bought some silver and some gold from JM Bullion. I was at JM because Canadian Prepper was talking about JM, and so I started with them, and then I've now started using both of them and kind of checking prices, because depending on what you're trying to buy and what you're going through, sometimes the premium on it can be different. And so since it's the same thing by definition, whether you buy a Silver Eagle on one or a Silver Eagle on the other, the premium spread might be different.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Caitlin,
let's see.
well, Caitlin came a little late today, but that's okay.
Yep.
She went to a competitor stream.
Went to a competitor stream. Hold on. Caitlin, we'll deal with you in a second. Bernie had a question about my background. Luke background. We went to Disneyland last week and got lightsabers.
Oh, look at that.
Yes, that is fantastic. My lightsaber, Bernie, actually is sitting over there. I have a little mount for it that I'm gonna probably put it over here in the future. But that is fantastic. Very excited that they got the Ahsoka and the Shadow Maul sabers. Those are very cool ones.
I heard interesting from Neil deGrasse Tyson where he's talking about the science behind lightsabers, and according to him, if it's light, that the lightsabers would just go like flashlights. The beams would go through each other. So technically, it might not work. But if it was like then there's like a big Twitter battle. I don't know if you saw this, where they were getting a debate about lightsabers, and I guess if it's some kind of gamma radiation thing, that technically that those would hit with each other, but light wouldn't. So
that's interesting.
I never thought about it. Never thought about it before. But.
Yeah, I hadn't either. But it's one of those things you just take for granted. I mean, it's Star Wars. It's not like. But then again, we thought that Star Trek was weird with the tricorders and everything, and now we've got phones that do all the things. Like it's basically
Star Trek was really like. I mean, a lot of the stuff that we have now, it's very Star Trek-like, and so I think it inspired a lot of young minds that have grown up to be engineers and mechanical engineers and wanted to bring these things to life. So
exactly. So Kaylin, another stream. Why would you? I thought we were friends, Kaylin. I thought we were friends. I don't know what to say about that. There is a weird hissing noise. But again, you were in a different stream, and so to come in and point out the issues that we're having with our stream today. Yeah, exactly. I mean, come on, Kaylin. We're friends. We're friends. Look, Seaway is saying thumbs up. Kaylin didn't say thumbs up. She just pointed out our problem.
Your background's wrong. The lighting's bad.
Goodness. Oh my.
Hissing sound. Or maybe Kaylin was making a hissing sound like as a.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe that's what's going on.
Like just announcing her way back, and so Seaway has a very good point. If you haven't already, please go ahead, hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe if you're new. I do see a couple of new people in here, so if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Put in the comments if there are questions. Thumbs ups are great. Comments also really help with the YouTube algorithm. So if there are questions you guys have for a next stream or things you want us to bring up, go ahead and leave them in the comments too. It's great to have them in the chat, but the comments also are great. Even if it's during the week, if you're like, hey, I got this idea, go ahead and leave the comment in the previous streams comments. But yeah, I think we're gonna call it a night. I think we did all right. I think we
took a week
for
off,
45 minutes.
I think we still got it.
I think we do. Okay. And next week, same time, Wednesday night. I think we're good. Are you good? Are you available?
I think so.
Okay.
There's going to be some weeks where we're going to be on vacation, and so we'll work that out. Yeah, I think let's see. Next week, I think Preppy Penguin was saying we should do like a Prime Day preps for Prime Day or something like that.
Yes, I like that idea. Okay, we'll do something like that. Also, I got to talk to you because when we started this whole thing, you were like, "Hey, I booked this out to June," and I was like, "Oh my goodness, I can't even believe that he's this bought into this idea that I had that he would." June was so far away. Well, we have passed June and we're into July, so we need to make sure you book out. Like, just put it as a never-ending.
It's just indefinite.
Yeah, indefinite. I have it on my calendar. Indefinite. We go until we were in Disney World. It was so hot, and it was so much fun, but it was so hot, and so we made this joke up about ourselves that like at certain points, like we just wanted to take a break, but we were like wanted to keep going because it's so much. We're like, we just go until we die. We just go until we die. Same thing with this show. We just go until we die.
Yeah. I gotta. After when the show's done, I feel I have my nice button-up shirt because I have to have a certain, but I'm wearing shorts like my America flag shirts off. I'm gonna change back into my normal casual.
No, I feel like you need to wear that when you go lawn mowing.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It looks like I'm all dressed up for the show.
Yeah. That's okay. I throw this on. That's why I have this sweatshirt. I was like,
there we go.
I have my basketball shorts that I wore today.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have a ton of meetings, and when you're Zoom calling, I mean, it's just here. So
it's just look good right up here. So.
We're just behind the scenes. We're giving away the magic, is what we're doing right now. We're giving away the magic. But anyway, thanks everybody for watching. I like doing a show on location. We could probably do that. We could probably do that, Bernie. We'll make that happen. We'll figure that out. Thanks again, everybody, for joining us. Have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you next week at this time, as usual. Thanks a lot, everybody. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.